As many of you know, we're listening to this podcast, watching my content, my videos, absorbing my articles. I put a lot of value-based content out there on all the subjects that impact our roadways, our maintenance and repair activities, roadway conditions, pavement management, preventive maintenance, pavement preservation. So one thing I like to do is I'll go to either ChatGPT, I'll go to Google, and I'll kind of take a look at what is being typed into these search engines regarding these subjects. Potholes dominates the headlines all day, every day in America regarding maintenance and repair of roadways and construction and things like that. So here I am over here on Google, taking a look at trending news items, and I'm seeing potholes left and right. And one thing that I noticed when I typed in like latest pothole news or something like that, Google will serve up to you what other people are actually asking. And I kid you not, the top question that I saw about what are other people asking is, are potholes a problem in the US? That is a question. So if you are listening to this or consuming this content and you're in the civil engineering space, or you are in the business of constructing roadways, repair of roadways, or if you're a public works director or city engineers, that should lean kind of heavy on you right now, because this is what your taxpayers are asking. Are potholes actually a problem in my city, in my region, in the US? The answer is obviously yes. The answer is obviously yes, to the tune of around $3 billion estimated expenses that motorists are paying as a result of hitting these potholes. But we know that they're a problem. All of you know that they're a problem. We talk about how to go about fixing potholes. We talk a little bit about maybe how to prevent potholes in the first place. The one thing that I always find interesting whenever I'm checking out news articles, publications where they're showing actual reporter on site, hey, I'm on the scene, on Main Street, Section 5 out there, where Bob over here, his minivan hit the pothole, and we're going to talk about it, or it could be due to, extreme weather conditions, lots of rain, a lot of rain happening out in the West right now. At the time I'm publishing this on August 22nd, these things all wreak havoc on the roadways, causing the potholes. But here's the one thing that I can tell you for sure. Every time I check out one of these articles, news stories, videos, publications, and they're showing either A, imagery, or B, video from an on-site perspective, you want to know what I don't see? I don't see preventive maintenance. I don't see a proper patching program. I don't see sealed roadways. I don't see crack sealed roadways. What I see are roadways that are just paved and then forgotten about. Pave it, forget about it. We're going to pave this thing, make it look beautiful for about a year or two. All that reflective cracking comes on back up. We don't protect the roadway surface. Rain, debris, water, all that's getting in there. Constant traffic, boom, boom, boom. Heavy loads, pushing that water into the pavement. And then guess what? We wonder why we have potholes. So it's kind of the same analogy with your with your vehicles, your engines. You don't buy a new car. I've talked about this on a previous podcast. Are you managing Lamborghinis or roadways or something along that line? It's, when we buy a vehicle, we're trying to protect that investment. It's an expenditure, whether you're somebody that leases a car every 3 years, or you buy a car every 10, or maybe some of you out there buy a car every year. I don't know. The bottom line is this. It's got to be a very, very low percentage, if it's at even 1%, of people that go spend a lot of money on a liability asset, such as a vehicle, and we don't maintain it. You're not doing the oil changes. You're not protecting the coat of the paint. You're not replacing the brakes, the tires, all of these things from a safety hazard, safety component issue. There's nobody out there just buying a car and driving until A, the wheels fall off, or B, the engine blows. But that's what you're doing to the roadway. Go back to these videos. Go find me one, please, somebody out there. I would love for somebody, I'm challenging right now. I would love for somebody out there to go find a well-maintained roadway that's 10, 12, 15 years old in age with potholes? Or the news outlets out there talking about a pothole-ridden road, yet we've put money, time, effort, resources, and expenses into preserving and protecting it, because you're not going to find one. That's the message today. Short podcast today, short video content. I just want to throw that out there because there are people asking these questions, which tells you this is truly a problem in the United States of America. Prevention is really the only cure for it. Throwing more money at the problem is not going to solve it. I get it. We have this massive backlog of potholes. There are plenty of options out there to maybe not necessarily solve the pothole problem for a specific roadway or fix it. There's no quick fix. The throw and go method never works. It's kind of a waste of time, effort, and resources, in my opinion. There are plenty of contractors out there that will provide you either A, equipment, B, materials, or C, all the above to get the problem solved for you. But you got to invest in that activity. If you're a roadway manager with a lot of potholes, you have to recognize that that is truly a situation. And maybe, just maybe, you'd be better off fixing those appropriately, properly to kind of solve the freeze thaw cycles, the potholes in and out on the same roadway over and over again, that cycle. So maybe you take a look at solving that issue in 2024, not just simply throw and go mill and overlay 1.5 inches everywhere again until your money runs out. Just some food for thought. And again, it's because I think it's a greater story to go to the public and say, this year in 2024, our city, our company, our firm helped to fix 750 potholes appropriately, permanently, so you're not going to really deal with those again, versus we did some throw and go. We patched the potholes, and then we made a 3 to 5% impact providing new roadways in the city. So some things to think about. Food for thought. Until the next one.